Hey, boys and girls, the social media, am I right? Kids, do you know what a phone is? Have you been recently on those school messaging groups in the internet? Like, sorry, I'm 55 mentally, so I don't really understand the social medias, and I don't really know a lot of them. I know there's something with a bird, there's something about a lizard man, and something where people make videos of their cat. Do I have the right idea? Because that seems to be as much as the director of mainstream seemed to understand of what is actually mainstream.
Hashtag why? Hashtag wow.
Supposedly, mainstream is trying to talk about the influencer life, but it does that for about 2 seconds and then it becomes a mainstream big media talk show host going crazy. What I'm trying to say is, this movie ain't about YouTube. What is this about? This is not about YouTube. This is about some talk show host. Nobody in the internet that is not some Jimmy talk show host has anything even resembling what you're trying to say is happening on YouTube like this. Well, let's stop and start from the beginning. This movie is paced absolutely horribly. It's not that it's slow, it's not that it's fast, it's not that it's inconsistent, it's just that it doesn't really have a point, purpose, message, and an idea of what it's trying to do. Mainstream starts inexplicably with an opening credit of a silent movie reference. Why is this starting in a silent movie style that doesn't match what you're trying to do, does nothing, says nothing, and doesn't serve any purpose at all? Explain it to me like I'm 5, because I think even a 5-year-old would be going, hey, wait a minute, what the fuck is that? This is the only time in the movie that anything resembling a silent movie reference even comes close to showing up. It bugs me to no end. This is not the only example of editing for the sake of editing, for the sake of nothing, for the sake of, I thought this looked cool, so I put it in my movie and I didn't think, does it serve any purpose? Does it create a mood? Does it fit with the tone that I'm creating? Or does it fit with the message that I'm making? All of the answers are no. It's all a big ol', this was just done because she thought it might be cool. And maybe out of context, if you just saw the silent movie part, you're like, oh, this could be fun. This is gonna be a movie that is modern, but doing it in the silent movie style. No. Oh, this kind of could be a good idea, seeing how a YouTuber deals with the problems of YouTube fame, fandom, Twitter, all of this nonsense that happens inside of YouTube and their clicks and their drama. That barely is a point in the movie. It happens for maybe less than a minute, and the rest is just corporate men coming in and telling you what to do.
How many talents do you have?
The editing is not even consistent within itself, and how it's purposely not doing anything and just trying to be cool looking. This is like the film student equivalent of just throwing everything at the wall and see what sticks, but it seems that Gia Coppola just missed the wall completely and there's nothing there for you to even look at. It's not even a fun mess. Let's talk more about the social media aspect of this movie, which is barely noticeable. We only see her editing her videos for maybe 1 minute. Sure, editing is not the most fun thing to watch, but you would think that we would at least have a montage or something to represent the background idea of what YouTubers do. It's 1% of the movie. Most of the movie is them discussing ideas of what random skits to make to be hashtag relatable, like the other YouTubers that do this kind of lifestyle random vlogs. You're giving a lot of these people a lot of credit. Most of what they do is just random. Some of them just kiss their relatives and that's it. They got fucking 40 million views. What are you saying, Gia Coppola? Are you insane? The whole point of these types of creators is to put the minimum amount of effort, make it look good with good cameras and some loud editing, and there you go. You have collected every child's viewership from the planet.
Hashtag cocktail, hashtag this pineapple life.
we have this hashtag relatable YouTuber life for no moments in the movie. It happens so quickly that if you blink, you miss it, and now he's a TV host. We're back to him being a TV host. Why is this about YouTube and not about a goddamn TV host? It's clearly what Gia Coppola understands, because the background of him in his weird TV show kind of thing is all like big media. They have a bunch of camera angles, they have people controlling the audio, they have people controlling the cameras, they have insane background dancers. By the way, is the TV show live or not? It's so confusing. At a point in the show, movie, or TV show, I don't know what's happening. It doesn't matter. Andrew Garfield is still being crazy and doing whatever he wants and not being an actual character that makes any sense. It doesn't matter. He's just bullying this girl, and from the looks of it, there's people in the background of the show controlling the shot saying, we have to cut this, we have to cut this, oh my god, we have to cut this, we have to cut this now, everybody's gonna see this.
Stop it.
But then later we get revealed that they can edit the thing later.
When you cut around all of her crying, it's just like, mwah.
So why would they give a fuck of what stays in the footage if they can just cut it away?
Stop it.
What is the show that he's making, and who is it for? Is all you watch on YouTube Jimmy Kimmel clips? Because the only other possible thing that I can think of that she's satirizing is something so small that I am 1000% certain she wouldn't know about. Is the Nostalgia Critic failed TV show kind of pilot where he made a TV show kind of challenge where people talk about nostalgic things about nerdy culture, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, Gia Coppola probably doesn't either. But it doesn't matter because this movie serves nothing and does nothing. So let's talk about the actors for 2 seconds, because why not? So we have the main character from Death Note, this guy. He's in the movie, he's a simp, really doesn't serve any purpose. He's just there to create conflict that is unnecessary for him to be there to create, because, you know, our main character, I actually don't even know if it's the main character or the other girl, because the script didn't know who is the main character. Is this an ensemble? I don't know. Doesn't matter. This guy doesn't serve any purpose. Get him out of here. Oh, look, it's the other main character. Lady here, she has a small YouTube channel, can't relate. I actually don't know anything else besides she wanted to be big in YouTube, and then the rest of the movie barely is about YouTube at all, so I can't give you anything else about her besides she likes Andrew Garfield for an inexplicable reason. There is an explanation. I'm pretty sure Gia Coppola has a crush on Andrew Garfield because she just let him do whatever the fuck he wanted, and he just did that. And let's talk about Andrew Garfield for however many seconds I can bear to talk about him. He wasn't really acting, he was just doing whatever the fuck came to his head, and Gia Coppola being starstruck and being, man, that guy is attractive. She decided to just let him do whatever, and then he did whatever, and then whatever is what we get in the movie. Link is not a character. Link is a bunch of random skits, random improv, and just mad-libbed put into the screen. It doesn't make any sense, it goes nowhere. Sure, he has a bit of a fandom and goes insane because he's already super popular, but he doesn't go insane because he was always insane to begin with. So the movie about you losing your humanity, about you becoming famous, doesn't really work when your main character already starts as crazy as he is at the end. He doesn't get crazier, we just learn that he's crazy as the movie goes along, something that I think most people should have been able to figure out from his goddamn first scene in the movie, which is oddly enough some sort of weird dream sequence that made me think he was some sort of demon from hell, and I thought that for 1 second maybe Gia Coppola would understand that she's making something that is kind of trashy, so you might as well throw some imaginary friend, the demon sort of character, and that way at least it would be so bad it would be laughable. But whatever Andrew Garfield is doing in most scenes is just being loud, obnoxious, and random.
Eat the art!
Is that what she thinks most YouTubers do outside of videos? They're just thinking of how to make ad revenue, my dude. That's not... What? Who? Where? This is not about a YouTuber. Sure, there's some YouTubers that are kind of crazy and insane, but that's not even the people she's satirizing. She's satirizing people that are fairly aware that what they're making is kind of trash and for children. She thinks that those people don't know that what they're making is the most common denominator, nothing that can be eaten by anybody and consumed by the masses. Are you daft? They know what they're doing. That's kind of the problem sometimes. But Gia Coppola, not understanding that, she just puts actually a TV host as our main YouTuber. I think I'm having a stroke. This movie is for nobody. Boomers would have a stroke and a seizure and die trying to watch this because of how weird the editing is and how odd the pacing is. They wouldn't understand half of the words that they're saying. They would just die. They would be dead. This is a killer of elderly people. And then young people that understand this would know that what she's saying is the most superficial thing you could ever make. Maybe if I only look at my phone all day, I'm not actually living. Being really famous can drive you crazy, except it didn't. He was crazy from the beginning. It's not YouTube bad, it's just crazy person is crazy. Isn't that crazy? It's completely confused. I can't tell what you're trying to do because it makes no sense with how the movie leads to it. Why is it not about the lady? The lady is the one that wanted to be famous. Andrew Garfield is a madman that thinks phones are evil, but then he likes being famous. So why not focus about the fact that he's a hypocrite? Why not make it a little bit more about him? Focus, Gia. The script is not anything. You won't get anything from this movie. The only thing you can find of some enjoyment, I can't think of anything. This movie failed so utterly completely at doing something. I can't say of what it was trying to do because I don't know what it was trying to do. I know that Gia thinks that phones are evil and YouTube is confusing and she just wants to go home so the nurses can feed her in her oatmeal because her teeth are falling out because she's an 89-year-old woman in the body of a 36-year-old. She's very confused of how that happened, but that's okay, Gia. YouTube is not that bad. There's some dumb shit in here. There's some bad people in here, but you made a movie about big media and a TV host, so I don't even think that you know about that. So maybe next time just make a movie about something you do understand instead of writing a script, directing a movie, and then going, I know what this movie is about. It's about...
Don't let them turn you into zombies!
If you're wondering if you should watch mainstream, no, just watch the trailer. It's cringy enough and provides enough entertainment. Also, it's a minute long, so it concises the pain in the perfect amount of time. So watch the trailer, have the pain, and leave. Don't do like me. Don't watch this movie. Cool, great, bye.